Okay, so we're going to do this first one together. We're going to do a couple of these throughout, and then we'll see how things go, okay? So the first thing that you got to do is you notice that what operation is connecting these two right here? Multiplication. What's this operation? Addition. So in your head, you should be thinking, I need to get rid of the addition, I need to get rid of the multiplication, okay? Okay, so the first thing I got to do is I got to isolate my x, okay? So I need to get rid of this plus 1. So I'm going to subtract 1, just like that. So then, once I subtracted that 1, I'm going to take my 2x, because 1 minus 1 is 0, and then 9 minus 1 is 8. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 2, and x is equal to 4. So then what we're going to do is we're going to do a check. We're going to take 2 times 4 plus 1 is equal to 9. We're going to put a little question mark there. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1. 8 plus 1 is, so then we know that it checks out and that we are correct. Okay, so what operations do you guys see here? Multiplication and subtraction. Excellent. So I need to come over to here. I gotta get rid of the subtraction. How do I get rid of the subtraction? But it's already subtracting. So if I'm going to get rid of subtraction, nope. Add the 4. Because then that gets rid of that first. Like that. And then you would come across and take the inverse. So that cancels that out. So you get x. 12 divided by 2. 12 divided by 2. 6 times 3. 18. Okay. So I want you to do the check. Okay, so do the quick check. Find out that 8 does equal 8. Did 2/3 18 minus 4 gave us 8. So if I were you guys, I would just use my calculator to do that part. Okay? Okay. So number 3, what do you guys see? Okay, so why do you think we have to add the 1? Well, am I subtracting the 1? Right, so 1's actually positive, so I actually need to do -1 to both sides. Does that make that a positive 8x? So that's still going to be negative 8x, because everything just gets brought down as it is. Then I'm going to go -3 minus 1. So if I start here at -3, and I go to the left another 1, how much is that? What's -3 minus 1? -4, because you're going to the left. Okay? So what operation is this guy right here? So we're going to do the opposite. And then negative times a negative makes a. And then 4/8 reduces to. All right, this time, I'm gonna remember to push the button, and you guys are gonna do the check. All right, so here's my check. I did 1 minus 8.5 in my calculator. I kind of showed my intermediate step, but I got -3 equals -3. So I know that that is a solution. Perfect. Okay. So this time we're going to notice that this is subtraction. This is a negative value. How do I know it's not subtraction? Perfect. This is just a negative value. Okay. So how do I get rid of this -7? Let's add 7. Yep, +7, but you're good. Okay. So 23 plus 7 equals 30. What do I do with this guy right here? I switch it. What's that math term called? And that's the unofficial term. It's called it's the inverse. Okay. All right. So in my calculator, what I would do is I know this goes to 1, so I'm left with just an x. In my calculator, I'm going to go 30 times -2/5. Okay. So I know 30 divided by 5, if you don't have a calculator, 30 divided by 5 is 6. 6 times -2 is -12. Okay. Again, I want you to do the check. All right, so my check came up to be 23 is equal to 23. Okay. So what we'll do, I want you now, because this one's an easy one, to do that one. Okay. Okay. Perfect. What kind of x? Okay. So then how do I get x to be positive? Mm-mm. You want to multiply by -1, because a negative times a negative is a positive. So once I have my positive, I can just come here and go negative. What's my x equal to? 2. Okay. So -2 plus 12 is, and so that one's true. Okay. So now let's have you work on number 6. And if you get that done, start working on number 9, and I'll work with the other couple other people. Okay, so what we got is we have 12 plus 3x is equal to 9, kind of like we were just talking about off camera. We see a positive 12, we see a positive 3x, and a positive 9. I need to get this by itself first. So I'm going to subtract my 12. So I get 3x. 9 minus 12 is -3. Okay? If I can't do that in my head, what am I going to do it with? Your calculator. Okay? So I have 3x. What operation connects those two? Multiplication. How do I know it's multiplication? There's no other sign in between them. Okay? So I divide by 3. X is equal to -1. And then I already know this is true because I used my CAS. Alfie back there can support me on that one, right? Yeah. Okay. So I want you, we'll work on the rest of these in class. Work with you guys, and then we will make sure you guys have it.